Hello everybody. If you can see behind me, I have a pickup full of scrap metal. What the deal is this pickup belongs to my friend Roger. He lives in a tiny house that I had built for him 7 years ago. It'll be 7 years this November. A lot of you guys have seen my video. If you go back in my older videos, if you haven't seen it, I take you down there and show you the tiny house. Well, my friend Roger's in the hospital right now. He had fallen. Let's see, it was a week ago, Monday night. So today's Friday, so another 3 days. It'll have been 2 weeks ago that he had fallen one evening. Fell down in his house, didn't get hurt, and he couldn't get back up. And he called my wife, and I had to run down, me and my son, get him up off the floor and get him in a chair. Refused to go to the hospital that night, didn't want me to call an ambulance or anything. Next morning the bath aide came. She couldn't get him up out of the chair to give him his shower, make sure he got his take his shower and stuff. And she called us and we said call 911, take him to the hospital. So that's what she done. So she was the bad guy and not us, I guess. He's still in the hospital. They're walking him, doing rehabilitation, you know, getting him up out of his bed or out of his chair. He sits in a recliner during the day and watches TV and such. And they take him up and down the halls, get his legs moving again. They said it was his heart. The problem is he's bullheaded. He's supposed to have been using oxygen at home. They bought him an oxygen machine that when he's at home in the evenings and such, he was supposed to wear it. And when he went out and about in his pickup, he had a little oxygen pack he's supposed to take with him. And he's bullheaded, and he says it ties him down. He's 74 years old and a little bit overweight. And he scraps a lot. That's his junk here in this truck. He goes around, people give him old appliances and stuff like that, and he hauls it to my brother's salvage yard and makes a little money. And when you're set in your ways, kind of like I am and other people, it's hard to change, you know. And I know he's afraid he's going to lose his freedom. His driving's been getting bad. People's been calling, complaining about his driving. They've turned him into the DOT a few times. His license had expired during this COVID period, and he got the extension. He was wanting to go get his regular license. My wife said, you might just want to drive on your extension that they gave you and wait till the very last day to go renew your license. Well, he refused. He said, I want him now. So my wife set up an appointment. Well, people had been calling and complaining, and they said, well, we won't renew his license until he has some testing done. So, and then since then, he was mad about that, and everybody's out to get him. That's the way he feels. Everybody's out to get him, and everybody's just trying to help him out. But he has to go be tested before he can get his license. But right now he's in the hospital trying to get him better. They're going to move him to a nursing home, rehabilitate him. Hopefully he can get back home, but there's no promise. And to be honest with you, I don't think he'll get his license. He won't. Trust me, his driving's bad. He won't get his license. He won't be able to pass the test. He had trouble seeing 2 years ago when he got his license. They kind of just let it slide by, but now that he's had all these complaints, his eye exam that they do when you get your license, they ain't gonna let it slide this time. They'll use that as an excuse, if nothing else, to deny him his license. But it's sad when a person gets old, but it happens. It's gonna happen to all of us. It'll be happening to me. But anyhow, I'm just gonna get this junk cleaned up. I have air conditioners. I gotta tear them apart. He's got some copper up there to get rid of, this old stove, some cast rotor, some tin. He told me he had some more stuff down at his house. I've been going to the hospital every day. I should take my camera down and do a video, talk to him and stuff, and see how he's doing. I know if some of you probably seen his video when I done a tour of his house and such, but I should go down and talk to him, do a video on him, and post it if you don't mind. I'm sure he won't mind. He didn't care I brought you into his house before. But he's just an old guy taking a liking to. He lived in a camper. He's a hoarder. I'll be honest, he's a hoarder. He lived in a camper, and it's one of those, not a pop-out camper, but a pop-up. It's one of those that the top just collapsed down over the bottom half. And it was stacked from floor to ceiling, from front to back. There's just barely enough room for him to get in the door and sit down. And he lived that way for over 13 years. He lived in a house right next to where his camper's at now, or his tiny house. I parked his tiny house next to the old house, but it's dilapidated, fallen in, and needs torn down. Maybe one of these days I'll do a quick video and go down there and, while he's in the hospital or in the nursing home, whichever he's at, and just give you a walkabout and see how, and give you an example or show you how this guy used to live. But he has a brother and a sister-in-law that lives one town away, 2 towns away, not very far, 20 minutes away. But they don't help him. They're ashamed of him, I guess, so to speak. He don't go to their family functions. He's never invited. So he's always been invited to my family functions. He's come over for Easter, gone to the family Thanksgiving, the big family reunion type Thanksgiving dinner that we've had over the last several years. He goes to my aunt's for the 4th of July, the 4th of July picnic dinner, where a bunch of family members get together, and he just kind of become part of my family. But I'm going to get this scrap torn apart, make a little money while he's in the hospital. He's fretting and stewing about stuff. Kind of like I do. He's fretting and stewing about things he don't have control over. So I'm going to try helping him out and get this stuff tore apart and get it sold. See how much money I can make him. I have some more junk down in his house I got to go get. There's some more air conditioner units, like 3 great big central air units I got to get. And some miscellaneous scrap metal he told me to go ahead and haul away of stuff that he's going to try and sell, like an old bicycle, an old gas grill, and a couple other things, but he decided not to hang on to them. He said go ahead and get him out of there. Of course, there's a lot of other stuff I need to get out of his place. Maybe I'll give you a shot of it when I go down and get the rest of that scrap metal. Might not be today, but next couple days. I'll just let you know what's going on. Filling you in. A lot of people don't know a lot about me. If there's anything you guys ever want to know, just feel free to ask. Down in the comments, ask away. Maybe I'll do a video, put it together, and answer all your guys' questions. I'm sure you're curious about different things, and sometimes you're probably afraid to ask. Just go ahead and ask. Don't hold back. Well, I'll let you go for now. See y'all later. Don't forget I love you. Bye.